Hello. After learning how to find the maximum, now look into how to find the minimum. And with that, we'll also see, is it possible to find out the position where the minimum is? So for this purpose, we do is the similar process of assuming the first number in cell number 0 to be the element in consideration, that is assuming that the first element is the smallest and at position 0, but we are not going to print it because we will print it only after we finish the verification. That means only after I finish scanning through all the other elements and get convinced. So what do? We compare after the 0th element, one after another the elements. So the first element to be considered will be element in cell number 1. Come to 24. Is 24 smaller than 35? Yes, it is. So, element in position number 1 is now overwriting the element in cell number 0. Reason, the element is smaller than that. Then we come to the next. Element in position number 2. It is not smaller. This one is also not smaller. This one is also not smaller. Element in cell number 5 is also not smaller. But the element in cell number 6 is smaller than the current minimum. Therefore, the minimum is not supposed to stay on but should be modified. And when this gets modified, the position where the minimum is, that is also supposed to get modified. And then after that, we go to the next, which is 63 in cell number 7 is not smaller, and 18 in cell number 8, 18 is not smaller than 12. So, we can finally say that after all the elements have been seen, it could have been that the last element was smaller than the current minimum also. So, after verifying all the elements, the loop finishes, and outside the loop, one time we will print the smallest is this and at position given by this variable. So, look at the code. In the code, this time we are introducing minimum with the first value and the position which is 0, the position of the smaller. Now, this portion you can also replace with the input loop. That means you declared the array, and that is in another video where the array declaration and input the array has been explained. So, after printing the arrays, just to see what the elements are, the main working is here, where P starts with 1 and goes on till the end, that is the size. Then, if ever min is not smaller, that means if the current value is smaller than min, please note this in your own way, that min is no longer smaller, then it is not supposed to stay on. That means it gets overwritten. And when it is getting overwritten, the position where it is present, that is also to be stored separately. So every time when min is getting overwritten, its position also is overwritten. When is min overwritten? Min is overwritten when it is not smaller than the current element, or if the current element is smaller than min. After checking all the elements, once outside the loop, that is one time outside the loop, we print the element and its position. Okay, check the output. I have kept the output ready for your faster review. See, all the elements are printed and the minimum is printed and its position is printed. Okay.